I want to talk about, you saw the title. It says some people are like Texas weather. I don't know if y'all live in Texas or not. Some of you may, but I live in Fort Worth, Texas. And the weather is just up and down, as you can see. On this week, actually, the 13th through the 17th is Monday through Friday. And this hill line here represents the minimum temperature, and this represents the maximum. You can see on the 13th, on Monday, it was around 40 degrees. And you can see on the 15th, it may have dipped below 40, the minimum. And then, of course, the high is here. This line represents the high, and this is the average. So it was pretty low on the 13th and 14th, and it was raising up on the 15th. And, of course, the 16th, it was, around 70, maybe a little over 70. Then, of course, you can see it dipping down again. So essentially what I'm saying is up and down, up and down. And some people are actually like that. They're up and down. You may consider them as being bipolar, which is that mental disorder. And some people don't have that mental disorder. They just go with every wind of doctrine. They're talking about this person one day, and then the next day they're laughing and kicking in their face. It's just not consistent. And you don't know what to think. You really don't know who that person is. How does that person expect for you to know who he or she is when they themselves do not know who he or she is? Okay. So, and this leads to flip flop. And I want to talk about that too, because I've been accused of being a flip flopper on the YouTube streets, which it doesn't offend me, right? That's just their opinion. But I want to come and make it plain and bring my opinion of what that actually is. Now, you can see this fan here. There's a fan in the heater. Now I have central air and heat, but during this time, I really don't have to use the air condition. I mean, the electric bill has just been wonderful. I wish it can stay like that, but I know the summer is coming. I cannot stand Texas summer. That's one thing I do not like about Texas. The heat is just too hot. You go outside, it's like going into an oven. But here, you see the fan. During this time, I let the windows up, turn the fan on when it's, 70 degrees or so, when it's nice, get some fresh air. And then, of course, because the weather's up and down, I use this heater here. I love this heater because it keeps the room so nice and at a moderate temperature. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. In fact, if you know it's going to be cold, you can look at your phone, turn this thing on like number 2, leave your house, open the doors upstairs. It'll even keep the rooms upstairs at a nice temperature. I just love this thing. It takes a long time to warm up, but yeah, once it's warm, you keep it on a couple, start it a couple hours, it'll be nice. I don't use my heat, central heat really, because you can't stay upstairs. It's too hot and you have to come from up there. So I love these two items. Of course, during the summer, I will be blasting that AC though, and using this fan and the ceiling fan, every fan in the house with the AC, because I cannot deal with 106, 107-degree weather in the middle of June, July. It's just ridiculous. All right. Flip flop. Let's define it. Flip flop, mostly used in the United States. U-turn. Okay. In the United Kingdom, Ireland, Pakistan, backflip. Okay. Interesting. Used in Australia and New Zealand. A sudden, real, apparent change of policy or opinion by a public official. So it's mostly in the political arena, but you see these things in our world. So we can apply that logic to where we are. All right. Policy or opinion by a public official, sometimes while trying to claim that both positions are consistent with each other. Keep that in mind. So to sum it up, is a person, especially a politician, who changes his opinion. And as you can see, the politicians here, you can see the flip-flop in here. Just want to lay that foundation. Now, I'm from Florida, but I live in Texas. And because I live in Texas, I represent Texas. I'm not really a big sports fan because I don't have time to really be in the sports. But when people ask me what teams I go for, since I'm in Texas, for basketball, I go for Mavericks. For baseball, I go for the Rangers, as you can see. And of course, for football, we go for Cowboys. This is a sports state here. Okay. So, but I know there are some people who live in the state of Texas, but they have their favorite teams in other states. They might like the 49ers or the Steelers or what have you. Do you consider that flip-flopping? No, because we have options in this world. This is a free country and we can choose whatever team we want. in whatever state, in whatever country. So just because I'm in a state and love a team in another state, do you consider that flip-flopping? No. Now, I would consider flip-flopping if you like a team and when they lose, you like the other team. Now that's flip-flopping because now you're inconsistent. So what I'm trying to say is be consistent. It's not flip-flopping when you're consistent, because you're not changing your opinions here. You're with that same team throughout the course of the season. All right. Now you see these content creators. I have 8 of them here. Now there are a lot more in the sector. I just chose these 8. Some at random and some because I'm in these chats a lot. And then some people may say, well, if you are with this content creator, if this is your favorite content creator, you should be in other people's chat. Well, friend, let me tell you, if that's the case, they wouldn't have nobody in their chats, because all these content creators, they are enemies with somebody on this panel you see, or this slide, right? Somebody's going to be enemies with somebody. Sometimes you have one person enemies with everybody here, or most of the people. So if that's the case, I can't go in nobody's chat, because somebody's going to be beefing and fighting. Somebody's not going to like somebody here. So you see why I don't get involved in that. I told y'all day one, when I first came here on YouTube, I'm in everybody's chat. None of these folks have done anything to me. You've heard me say that on numerous occasions. When I go in your chats or these chats and they're talking about another content creator, I don't get involved in that. I don't have a dog in the fight. That's between them and the content creator. In fact, if I get involved in that, try to break up the fight, I might get hit. That's your platform. You say whatever you want to say. I don't agree with everything, but I don't run your platform. If I don't like what you're saying, guess what? I can politely back out of there, just like I came in there. No one's putting a gun to my head to say, stay there, right? And when I'm in your chats, a lot of times I'm talking to other subscribers because they're supporters of my show. And I'm like, hey, how you doing? I saw them on my live Tuesday night. And they might say, Pastor Nate, I enjoyed your live, or I enjoyed that music video, whatever. And I might say, thank you for your support. And content creators, if you think that's disrespectful, please let me know, because I don't want to go in your chat and try to take over and, change the course of your conversation, because I find myself doing that, but I do stand corrected. It's no harm. A lot of times when their content creators are cussing the other ones out, I'm not really involved. I'm listening, but I'm talking to other people. Again, if it gets too bad where it gets in my spirit and disturbs me, I'll back out. Right? Because as a pastor, I'm not there to cause confusion. I'm not there to side with anyone and to tear down people. That's not my MO. That's not what I do. My job is to encourage and follow peace and bring peace to the world. We need people to bring peace and love to the world, because we already have so much confusion out there. We got this pandemic going on. We got other things going on in the world. We don't need another person fighting and coming against each other. Right. I know that brings the numbers, and I know it might get you paid, but I'm not here for that. Pastor Nate has a job before he came to YouTube, and I'm not going to do that for $1. This is no shade to no one else. I'm just telling you what my mission is. Now, if I decide, if later on, if I get monetized, trust me, oh yeah, if Google wants to give me $1, yes, sir, I will take it. But I'm not going to do anything outside of integrity to get $1. That's not what I do. Okay, so that's why the scriptures say the love of money is the root of all evil. I'm not going to hurt anyone and tear anyone down, because I believe in respecting each other. Now, the minute these content creators, and I don't think they will, they might, I don't know. The minute they disrespect me and tear me down, then I'll be ghosting their chat. Then you won't see me. But until then, I don't have a problem. And I told you guys that. So I don't think that's flip-flopping. Right now, if I'm in their chat and I'm talking about them, I'm talking about another content with them, or, being in the amen corner or whatever, like, that's right, that's a shame, they shouldn't be doing that. Then you can say that's flip-flopping. But I'm not doing that. All right. And you can see I got some posting of what I'm talking about. Now, this person that says Pastor Nate was a flip-flop because he was in Teresa's chat. That's what they said. I'm not going to call the name out. And just because I'm in Teresa's chat, again, I don't think I'm flip-flopping. You can see the conversation. I pulled this from Teresa's chat. I was talking to somebody. They say, Pastor Nate, how you doing? And somebody's always addressing me. And I'm like, I'm good. And then this other person was telling me something. And I'm like, I'll keep him impressed. So you can see the things that I talk about. It's positive. I try to maintain a positive persona or positive image. And the thing about the content creator that said I was flip-flopping, my question is, if you saw me in their chat, then that means you're a flip-flopper too. The only difference is I was in the chat, you were in the bushes. Come on, somebody, y'all ain't gonna talk to me. Oh Lord. See, you don't like this kind of teaching. If you saw me in the chat, that means you were in the bushes. You were on the platform, but you were in the bushes. But you saw me in the chat. You were there too. I just revealed myself. Y'all ain't gonna talk. Okay. Because see, I don't have nothing to hide. I'm my own person. I make my own mind up. I'm not persuaded by anyone. I go in everybody's chat. Now, if they block me, if they say, Pastor Nate, you're not welcome over here, I don't want you in my chat, then that's a different story. I won't go there because I will never go somewhere where I'm not welcome. Just tell me, Pastor Nate, don't come here no more, and you won't have a problem with the Smart Show. You will not see that name in your chat ever again if you don't want me there. I'm just trying to make it plain, y'all. That's all. I'm just trying to make it plain today. All right. Now let's give some biblical examples. You know, Pastor Nate, I can't do a live. I can't do an upload without putting some word on it. You know me. That's my mission. That's what I'm here for. Now, here's an example of true flip-flopping. All right. Jesus' disciples. Now, they were called flip-floppers. I mean, that really wasn't the term back then, but this is really what it is, because they were with Jesus. They were rocking with Jesus day and night, right? They saw Jesus do miracles. Jesus taught them. They were the 12 disciples. But here are two examples here of flip-flopping. Luke 22:15 says, and he denied him, saying, woman, I know him not. Now, this is what Peter said. Right? Peter was the one who said, Jesus, I'll stand with you. I'll die with you. I'll go all the way with you. And then when Jesus was going to the cross, Peter was somewhere else and someone spotted him and said, weren't you the one with Jesus? Weren't you the one? And Peter like, no, I don't know him. Now that's flip-flopping. The man who just said that, hey, I'll go all the way with you. And in another mouth, he's saying, I don't know him. That's what you call flip-flopping right there. And look at Judas. It gets worse. Luke 22:48. But Jesus said unto him, Judas, betrayest thou the Son of Man with the what? Kiss. Judas was one of his disciples. Of course, Jesus knew he was the devil. All right. Because he said, I chose 12 and one of you, I chose 12 of you, and one of you is a devil. Jesus knew that. Okay. But my point is, Judas was one of the 12 disciples. He was close to Jesus, not as close as Peter, but the point is he was still close. But Jesus went in the enemy's camp. Okay, I might be in your enemy's camp, but I'm not betraying you. I'm not flip-flopping, right? Because that's not my enemy. But Judas went to the enemy's camp and betrayed Jesus for 30 pieces of silver and brought them back to where Jesus was to arrest him. That's flip-flopping right there. If you really sure enough want to know what flip-flopping is, go to the word here. That's what it is. Yeah, that's what that is. So I've given you my opinion based on what I feel. All right, based on my interpretation, based on my evidence here. Let me know. I want you to let me know what you think in the chat. Do you think it's flip-flopping when I'm in other chats? Be honest and let me know. You're a Smart Show supporter, so I do believe that you can be honest respectfully. It would not hurt my feelings. Let me know what you feel about this video. Let me know what you feel about flip-flopping. Do you think it's actually flip-flopping? Do you think it's considered flip-flopping to support other content creators who are enemies of your favorite content creator? So, for example, if I started out with Brother Jay, y'all know I started with him because I went to San Antonio. In fact, I met him in 5'8". All right. If I started with Brother Jay, came back and did my channel, I guess you can consider that the house of Jay Wilson. But if you see me in Tracy's chat, do you think that's flip-flopping? Because the truth of the matter is, if you think it's flip-flopping, then you'd have to say these content creators are flip-flopping because they shows on other people's platform and StreamYards. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You see why I don't get involved in that? They can't tell me it's flip-flopping when they go to other people's channels and they go on their StreamYards and they talk with what you you know, so to speak, the enemy. Now, I don't have a problem. They can do what they want to do. You know me, I'm all for collaboration. I want to see everyone get along. And I know that's not going to be the case, but I like synergies and energies like that. But if you think I'm flip-flopping, then they would be flip-flopping. If somebody shaded me and talked against me and I let them own my StreamYard, or if I go on somebody else's StreamYard, then by the same token, you got to call that flip-flopping too. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it is. I don't know. Let me know what you think. All right, friend. Thank you for your time. I don't know if you want to consider this an exhortation. Thank you for visiting the channel. Please put your comments in the comment section. I so look forward to hear what you have to say. In the meantime, in between time, be at peace and not in pieces. Till next time, my friend.